Hi, I'm Alice Klug, and I just wanted to do a little market update because we have the weekly numbers for the first week of June 2018 for the Victoria real estate market, and I just wanted to talk about it and versus, what happened last year and in May 2018. So anyways, here we go. Yeah, so May was kind of an interesting month when the figures came out at the end of May, just like last week. People were kind of surprised because the sales that had gone through had gone down, a decent amount versus 2017. And the listings were pretty strong. There was a lot of new stuff coming to the market. But the number that most surprised me and other people was the number of listings that were staying on the market, right? The active listings, the inventory to choose from. So that was quite a bit higher than the previous year. And we're seeing that number continue through to June, obviously, because they haven't all sold. So we'll just have a look at the numbers and, we'll see kind of what they seem to say is happening in the market. So the sales that have gone through so far are 58 sales. So that doesn't mean much because June is a summer month, and as you get further into summer, it tends to pick up. So 58 sales so far versus last year's 1,008 sales. That was for the total month of June 2017. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure that number will pick up, and I bet it'll be pretty close, maybe a little bit lower, but that doesn't worry me too much. So new listings that have come to market for this month so far, we have 106 new listings. I feel like this number is going to be higher than last year's 1358. That was 1358 new listings that came to market in June 2017. So 106 in the first week. It's not crazy, but I do think that that number is going to creep up pretty fast. Because this morning when I was looking at the hot sheet, as we realtors look at all the new listings, the hot sheet had 41 new listings today. So I don't know if that's gonna really kind of creep up towards, closer to July, maybe the third week of June, but I do think that it's gonna go a lot higher, and I think we're gonna see more listings come to market than we did last year, because last year was pathetic. There was no listings to choose from. Like, that's why there was bidding wars, because there was no inventory for people to buy from, Felt like buyers are kind of like, if they had the money to do all cash, they would get what they wanted, but everybody else was like picking through the scraps. So it'll be a good thing if there's more listings. So active listings sitting on the market. So these are all the listings that are available at this time. In June 2017, there was 1,915 listings available for buyers to look at. So far right now in June, first week, we have 2,361 listings just ready for you to buy. So that number has definitely gone up. That's almost 450 more houses on the market, or more condos, or more listings on the market. So that's definitely a change, because these past few years it's been less and less inventory and more sales, and it's just been basically a really hard seller's market. Like, there's no question about it that like last summer was a total seller's market. If you were buying anything, it's like, buyers were getting used to writing 10 different offers on places, and they were just kind of facing losing everything, because if you don't have a full cash, no subject offer, and you're willing to bid at any price just to get whatever you want, then you weren't really getting much. People were buying things, but it was tough. So I think that we're going to see a lot of active listings and a lot of new listings come to market, even in the second week of June, the third week of June. I think those numbers are going to be really telling for what to expect. Not so much through summer, because, if these numbers are bad in summertime, I would say people should be paying attention. But it'll be telling for fall, because fall is when things slow down. And if these numbers are really bad through summer, I would be kind of frightened to see what happens in fall. And I would think that it's probably going to start leveling out of that seller's market, and it could tip into a buyer's market if people panic, right? When people panic, when they start seeing prices go down and they're so used to seeing their property values just keep skyrocketing, people are kind of like, okay, where's the bottom? And I know buyers right now seem to be like, where's the bottom? And sellers are kind of thinking, oh my God, is my house going to hold its value? So that uncertainty alone is kind of tends to be a bit of a catalyst to whatever will happen. It's gonna push it a little faster. So that's my opinion on that. I know a lot of realtors don't like to talk about that stuff, but to me it's obvious, and I feel like most buyers and sellers know that too. Buyers seem to be more in tune with the fact that the properties are kind of not priced in line with local economies and incomes. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But anyways, I just wanted to give those numbers. Another interesting article I read was through, it was about CIBC, and they were talking about the fact that they were predicting mortgage originations to drop 50% in fall 2018. So that's kind of a scary number. You know, I'm wondering if they're not getting very many mortgages coming through like right now, and that's why they're predicting that. I'm not sure. I know the stress test has really took a lot of people that I knew that were going to buy from being buyers to not being able to buy at all because they can't get past the stress test that the government put in, which most people right now are stress testing around 5.5%, which is not easy, and people are kind of grasping at straws here because, you know, not a lot of people make enough to buy in this market. You know, $1 million home is not within everybody's reach, and, you know, $500,000 condos in the West Shore are kind of crazy. So, you know, it is what it is. But that article I thought was really interesting because it kind of backs up the theory of, you know, the market changing. But anyways, on a brighter note, the hot sheet today had on a couple listings that I drove by just last week, and I was excited to see them come up because they weren't up before. And there are these two houses, or they're side-by-side duplexes in the Swan Lake area, and they're on, what road? Haynes Road. Yeah, they are 4 beds, 3 baths, and they have little in-law suites as well, and they're $775. So a decent price point for being that close to town and cutting out the Colwood Crawl and being brand new with nice yard space, nice greenery, nice neighborhood. I thought it was pretty neat. I mean, Swan Lake is kind of interesting because you have this combination of really old character-y style homes, few rundown homes, and then like some really nice new builds. So these are some of the new builds that are going in, but I thought they were really great, and the pictures are really nice too, so I'll probably throw up a couple pictures like here so you can see, and I'll put a link down below. If you like them, you can always get in touch and I can take you for a viewing or whatever, but I just wanted to share those. So yeah, that's all I've got for this week, and I'll come back next week and I'll elaborate on what happens with the numbers for the sales in Victoria. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments, or you need help with real estate matters, get in touch or comment below. I'll leave my email in the little description box. Bye.